Hey everybody on YouTube, social media, how you guys doing? This is your main man, the Self-Made Prince, coming to you guys with another video. And I want to thank you all for tuning in. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Now, this YouTube video, of course, is technically and ultimately in providing you information. It's basically educational purposes, but I also wanted you to be able to look down and marinate on what I'm going to say to you. Now, before I go into what I really want to say, I want to go on ahead and tell you that today has been one of the greatest days, or greatest laid-back days of my life. I was able to just hang out with a few people that I haven't seen in a few years. I was able to talk business about them, let them know what's going on. Some of them is an upcoming rapper. Maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't, but just in case you have heard of him, his link will be down below. He has his own YouTube channel. I hope you guys will take a listen to it. See if he's worth your time. I think he's actually pretty good. He's actually got his own thing coming up, his own record label. He's a friend of mine. I used to work with him back at McDonald's. Yes, I used to work at McDonald's. This was back when I was in my early 20s, and his name is Dwayne Project Payne. That's the name he chose to go by. It's a pretty cool name in my eyes. Known him since I think it was 2007 or so, because we both used to work at McDonald's in fast food. We both used to freestyle all the time, having a good time. And hanging out with him and being able to play video games with him, catch up with him, was an amazing thing to do, especially for Memorial Day. I don't really get into holidays like that, but when you can go and hang out with people who you haven't seen in a long time, it brings back old memories, and it only brings people closer together and lets you know that networking is even better when it's with people that you actually have something in common with. Whether it's working outside of a fast food place or just freestyling next to a street, next to the streets, and just having fun being guys just the way we are. Anyway, his information onto his YouTube channel will be down below this video. You guys had better check it out. I've only heard one or two of his songs. It's not too bad. He's got a pretty good bit of subscribers himself for an upcoming artist. All he has to do is keep up the good work, and I know he's going to get far. That's the reason why I'm promoting him. I've listened to a few of his music. You guys should take a look. Like, share, subscribe to this video. Hit the bell icon if you want more videos. Right now I'm in front of my laptop. I'm not really doing anything. I'm wondering if I should play a video game or not. But I want to try and get back to the topic of this video. While I was talking to him about certain things, I was also letting him know about, of course, the Chime app. It's a bank app. I've had this card for about 6 months. The very first few months, if you've looked back at some of my earlier videos, I showed you some of the cash that I made from there, and I showed you some proof videos. I haven't been promoting it too much, but I have been promoting it enough in order to keep getting the word out. Excuse me. But another reason why I was making this video was more than just that one topic. But once again, all my information when it comes to Chime, the free bank app, Dosh, the free discount app. This is an app where you can get discounts at almost any store that you swipe your debit card at. You already depending on, let's say you want to go to Starbucks or something like that, you can get they save you money on certain coffees, certain teas, certain products, certain services, depending on where you shop at. I'm just bringing up one of the stores I can think of right off the back. They also have a referral program to where if you want to invite people, they are willing to pay you $5 extra, sometimes 10 or 15 depending on the holiday promotions. I'm sure they had one today, but I wasn't paying attention to it because I was at a friend's place hanging out with him, talking business and helping him out with his own promotions and giving him ideas on certain things. It's just the best way to network. He learned something, so did I, and the last thing I want to try and bring up is the Digit app, which is another app I use. It's really, really convenient when it comes to saving you money because it saves you money in roundups. Basically, it's a free app just like Dosh, where you put in your email, you sign up through the link below, like I told you before. You go on ahead and you put in your email address, link your debit card. Once again, all these offers are free, all of them, absolutely free. And you make your first $5 just for putting in your email and linking your debit card. I think you cash out at around $15, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've done it. But once again, if you want to invite other people to this free app for free, they pay you an extra $5, sometimes 10 or 15, depending on the holiday promotions. Now that I've got that out of the way, I wanted to try and get to the part where people are online, face up and online, talking about how certain people are not worth their time. Now, I had a young woman, beautiful young woman. I haven't seen her in years, and to be completely honest, I'm okay with that because I've got my own history with her. But she was telling me earlier that she is always putting her heart on the line and always getting screwed over. My advice to anybody, to any woman specifically, who feels this way, who feels like they're all into a guy and got screwed over in the end. My best advice to you is to look for your own success. That's my best advice. That's my best advice to you. Only reason why I'm saying this is because you have more to lose with a guy that you think is going to screw you over than you do by yourself when you're doing for yourself. That's the best advice I can give to you, if that makes any sense. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon, share this video if you'd like to, if what I'm saying makes any sense to you. And to any of the guys out there, this depends on how you feel, but I have had a run-in with with a new friend of mine who I got to meet today. Besides Dwayne, who I spoke about, and he spoke about his experiences with women, and as far as I'm concerned, he's better off just taking care of his kids and building them up the best way that he knows how to. His kids are amazing. Very, very smart, very respectful. A little more respectable than most kids I've run into in the past 24 to 48 hours, or the past few months of this year, might I add. Surprisingly intelligent. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there are people in the African community that really do care about the education system of their kids. Not just the corporate educational system, but educating them at home as well. So big shout out to all the fathers who are really trying to do their thing. Whether you're single or not, you're still doing your thing. Big shout out to all the mothers who are doing their very best with all their kids. And for the ones who do not have kids and are still bugging about giving your all to a guy, like I said before, you're better off reaching for your own success and not worrying about the whole love thing, because guys are supposed to be natural hunters in the first place. We're not very emotional. Now, for some of us who are emotional, I'm not going to lie, I do wear my heart on my sleeve, or at least I did. But because of my past experiences with women, and not all of them have been 100% up to par, sadly. I mean, come on. I happen to think I'm pretty good looking. I am my mother's child. But let's just keep it real here. Even I've had my bad run-ins with women, and although I don't blame them all, I've noticed that women only want you when you are not available for them. Women only seem to want you or pay attention to you when you have too much going for you. And no offense, I'm not saying that all women are gold diggers. They're not naturally. But technically women are gold diggers, but I'm going to say that they're gold diggers in a positive way. See, no woman wants a guy who can't do for himself, or who can't defend for himself, or who isn't going to be there to take care of kids that aren't his, or are his. I really hope I said that right. If what I'm saying makes any sense, leave me a comment below. I'm just throwing out my opinion based on what I'm seeing, and based on, based on what I'm seeing from other people who already have families, whether the mother is there or not, whether the father is there or not. I'm saying this based on my experiences, based on what I've observed, and I'm going on I'm going on how I feel based on my future and that special woman and that special child coming into my life in the future. Should that happen? Should I'm blessed for that to happen? But until then, all I can do is educate every single person that I can on why certain things work the way that they do when it comes to money, business, life itself, and try to encourage other people to do well for themselves. This is not really, I don't want to call this a rant, but at the same time, it just seems like people are talking too much about missing someone, and I'm like, okay, every single time you say you miss someone, you end up hurt. You end up hurt. If you're going to talk about, as far as I'm concerned, if you know you're going to end up hurt because you're looking for someone to be there for you no matter what happens. You're looking for that best friend, you're looking for that husband material, that wifey material. Expect to be heartbroken, because it's supposed to be a give and take, push and pull, left, right, up, down, light, darkness. You're supposed to complete each other. Okay, that's just the way it is. Expect to get your heart broken, because it's going to be a bumpy road before you ever get down the aisle. And that's assuming you want to go down the aisle. But make sure that if you want to go down the aisle with that person, no matter who it is, how you met them, make sure that they're successful in their own way, because the last thing you want to worry about is whether a person is a success. And when it comes to success, it really comes down to how much of this you can actually, how much of this you or your partner can make between you two. Okay? Make your own paper for yourself, but also make sure that your partner can make their own paper in some way, shape, or form, and it can keep up. Your relationship, as far as I'm concerned, is going to depend on your success. It doesn't really depend on the relationship itself between the two people, because I believe two people, if money was not an object, if money was not a thing, if we didn't need money to survive when it comes to digital and all this other kind of stuff, if money wasn't a currency that we absolutely need or just use, then I'm pretty sure relationships would be a lot better off. But since everyone seems to need help, and only so many people want to do so much money-wise in order to earn it, relationships are going to be rough. Relationships are going to be rough, especially if you have a job that requires more of your time than even your partner does. And that's according to whether you or your partner are on the same wavelength when it comes to that corporate job or whatever the case is. Personally, I have a corporate job. And that's only part-time. Possibly looking for a corporate job, possibly looking for a second corporate job just to bring in a little extra and to promote my my businesses on the side. Because that's all I really do, whether I'm on my job or not, is promote what I do or give information or provide extra information for other people so that they know they have extra options in their lives. I don't tell anybody that anything that they don't want to hear or anything that won't benefit them. And just because they don't take it does not mean that it's not going to benefit them. They just don't need to take it right now. And that's just fine. Sooner or later, you're going to need these benefits. And if I'm not the lucky person to share these benefits with you and make mine and help you make yours, then hopefully you'll find it some other way. Either way works. As long as the message gets across, as long as you understand what's going on, and as long as you have an amazing day, a blessed day, and that's all I have to say. So to all of you, love, peace, and namaste.